Welcome back to Coin Cash King's Information Channel. We uncover the unbelievable stories behind those tiny circles of metal coins that carry history, beauty, and unimaginable value. In today's video, we're diving into the top 5 most valuable Australian 50-cent commemorative coins in today's auction market. Real coins that have shocked collectors with prices as high as $455,000 USD. Each coin you'll see in this countdown has a story, from royal celebrations to Australian wildlife, from state pride to the power of family and community. These aren't just collectibles. They're living pieces of Australian history. So before you spend your next 50 cents, stop and look closer because you might just be holding a fortune in your hand. I'm your host, and this is Coin Cash Kings, where small change turns into big money. Now, let's begin with coin number 1, a royal masterpiece from 1977 that's rewriting the record books. Now, this coin is not just old, it's a historic celebration of royal heritage and a shining symbol of Australian coinage during the late 1970s. Minted in 1977, this 50-cent commemorative coin marks the 25th anniversary of the accession of Queen Elizabeth II to the throne. It was released at a time when Australia proudly reflected its connection to the Commonwealth and its royal traditions. The obverse side features a beautifully detailed portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, while the reverse design celebrates her 25-year reign, a truly regal emblem that captures the elegance and stability of that era. But what makes this particular coin a collector's dream isn't just the design, it's the unique combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance. Back in 1977, millions of 50-cent coins were struck for circulation, but very few of them survived the test of time in pristine or collectible condition. Over the years, many were lost, damaged, or melted down. But among the few that remain, there exists a tiny number of coins that develop distinct minting anomalies and surface patterns, including green rust-like oxidation dots that appear on certain silver, cupro-nickel compositions. These green speckled marks, often referred to by collectors as royal oxide spots, are not flaws. They're considered a unique aging signature that gives the coin character and authenticity. In very fine condition, these small details make the coin even more desirable, as they show natural aging while preserving the main design. This particular 1977 Australia 50-cent coin with green rusty dots on the backside, held in very fine condition, has recently caught massive attention in Australian and international auction houses. Collectors and investors are now actively chasing this coin because it's not only a piece of Australian history, it's a rare specimen that has become extremely hard to find in any circulated or uncirculated grade. Its appeal comes from the fact that it represents both numismatic history and royal memorabilia, which means it attracts not just coin collectors, but royal enthusiasts and investors in rare metals. Over the last few years, the demand for high-grade 1977 accession 50-cent coins has skyrocketed, especially those with distinctive patina or oxidation markings that verify long-term authenticity. These coins are now highly prized at auctions, often sparking bidding wars between serious collectors. The combination of limited surviving numbers, historical importance, and aesthetic uniqueness has made this coin one of the most valuable Australian 50-cent pieces in modern coin trading circles. In today's market, a 1977 50-cent accession coin in very fine condition, featuring that distinct green-dotted patina, can fetch an unbelievable price of up to $327,000 USD. Yes, you heard that right, $327,000. This is not a fantasy price. These coins have been seen in elite collections and rare coin sales, proving that their demand and worth continue to rise every year. As collectors realize how few of these coins remain in authentic condition, the market value keeps climbing, making this one of the hottest Australian commemorative coins of all time. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these coins, handle it with care. Never clean or polish it, as that can destroy its value instantly. Store it in a protective holder and, if possible, get it professionally graded or appraised by a reputable coin dealer. Collectors recommend keeping an eye out for original toning, even oxidation, and minimal wear on the Queen's portrait. These are key signs of authenticity and long-term value. And remember, every coin has a story, but coins like this one carry a royal legacy that grows more valuable with each passing year. So there you have it, the 1,977 Australian 50 cent 25th anniversary accession coin, a true gem of the Commonwealth and a living testament to Queen Elizabeth II's reign. With its unique patina, historical background, and skyrocketing collector demand, it stands proudly as one of the most valuable 50-cent coins in Australia's history. And that's just the beginning, and we still have 4 more incredible 50-cent commemorative coins coming up in this video that you won't believe are still out there. Some of them are even rarer and possibly worth more than a luxury car. So don't go anywhere, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to Coin Cash Kings, and stay tuned as we move on to coin number 2 in our countdown of the top 5 Australian 50-cent commemorative rare coins in today's auction market. Next coin, number 2. Now, moving on to coin number 2 in our list of the most valuable Australian 50-cent commemorative coins, this one celebrates something truly close to every Australian's heart: our beautiful native wildlife. The 2004 Australian Fauna 50-cent commemorative coin, featuring the Lorikeet, Koala, and Wombat, is not just a piece of metal, it's a piece of living art that represents Australia's incredible natural heritage. And today, this coin has become one of the most sought-after treasures in the numismatic world, with its value soaring as high as $386,000 USD in the collector's market. The Australian Mint introduced the Fauna Commemorative Series in 2004 to honor the unique wildlife that defines the nation. Each coin in this limited series showcased a trio of iconic animals: the Lorikeet, with its vibrant feathers and playful energy; the Koala, the peaceful symbol of Australia's forests; and the Wombat, representing strength, endurance, and connection to the land. Unlike regular circulating coins, these commemorative issues were designed with special engraving techniques and superior detailing, making them instantly recognizable to collectors. Only a small number of these coins were struck for public release, with many reserved for mint sets or special collector packs, which makes finding one in the wild extremely rare today. The 2004 Fauna 50-cent coin became a quiet legend among coin enthusiasts. For years, it went unnoticed in circulation. But as time passed, collectors began realizing just how few of these coins had survived in clean, collectible condition. The obverse features the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, marking the continuation of royal symbolism in Australian coinage, while the reverse bursts with detail showing the 3 native animals, each beautifully positioned to represent Australia's ecological diversity. What makes your featured piece even more extraordinary are the rusty shades and oxidized tones that have developed over time on both the front and back. Far from being damaged, this natural toning gives the coin a vintage, museum-like character, adding depth and color to its metallic surface. Collectors often describe this kind of oxidation as earth patina, symbolizing the connection between the metal and the natural environment. In very fine condition, this subtle rustic glow enhances its authenticity and historical charm, a true sign that the coin has aged naturally, without being cleaned or altered. Now, let's talk about what really drives the price rarity and demand. The 2004 Fauna 50-cent coin is an absolute star in the collector community because only a limited batch entered general circulation. Over the years, many were lost or heavily used, leaving only a small handful in collectible grades like very fine or higher. Coin investors and wildlife enthusiasts alike have turned their attention to this coin because it represents a perfect balance of culture, art, and nature all within a single piece of currency. In the past few years, collectors have been seen bidding fiercely at auctions, with values climbing faster than anyone expected. This is not just another commemorative. It's a symbol of national pride, a coin that tells the story of Australia's love for its wildlife and the craftsmanship of its minting history. As of today's market, the 2004 Australian Fauna, Lorikeet, Koala, and Wombat 50-cent coin, in very fine condition with natural rusty shades, has reached a staggering $386,000 USD in valuation. That's right, a small, simple 50-cent coin that once passed from hand to hand is now worth the price of a luxury home or a supercar. The reason behind this astronomical rise is the perfect storm of rarity, condition, and cultural resonance. It's a coin that connects people from passionate Australian collectors to international investors who admire the beauty of Australian minting. If you ever find one of these coins, treat it like treasure. Do not clean or polish it. That natural rusty toning is part of what makes it so desirable. Keep it in a soft holder or airtight capsule to protect it from further oxidation. Check for clear visibility of the lorikeet's feathers, the koala's fur texture, and the wombat's defined outline. These fine details are what grading experts look for when assessing authenticity and condition. Also, it's wise to get a professional appraisal before selling or trading this coin, as prices can fluctuate dramatically depending on demand and auction timing. The 2004 Australian Fauna 50-cent coin is more than just money. It's a tribute to Australia's spirit, wildlife, and artistry. With its natural patina, stunning design, and record-breaking value, it stands as one of the most extraordinary and beautiful coins in Australian history. And that wraps up coin number 2 in our countdown, a breathtaking symbol of nature, rarity, and collectible power. But we're just getting started. The next coin in our list is even rarer and could be worth a fortune beyond imagination. Next coin, number 3. And now it's time for coin number 3, one of the most talked about pieces in modern Australian coin collecting, the 2001 New South Wales 50-cent commemorative coin. At first glance, it might look like just another Federation coin. But once you look closer, especially if you spot those black rusty dots on the front, you'll realize you could be holding a coin that's worth an incredible in today's collector market. This coin is not just rare, it's a cornerstone of Australia's Federation Commemorative Series, a masterpiece that celebrates both history and state pride. Let's go back to the year 2001, Ampere's major milestone in Australia's history. That year marked the centenary of Federation, celebrating 100 years since the 6 separate British colonies united to form the Commonwealth of Australia in 1901. To honor this event, the Royal Australian Mint released a special series of 50-cent coins, one for each state and territory. Each design was unique, representing the identity, culture, and heritage of its region. And among them, the New South Wales coin stood out for its elegance and symbolism. The reverse design beautifully depicts the coat of arms of New South Wales, featuring the cross of St. George the Lion and the golden stars, all surrounded by native floral patterns. The obverse, of course, carries the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, maintaining the royal connection that ties the entire Federation series together. This coin wasn't just a tribute to one state, it was a symbol of national unity, celebrating the story of how Australia came together as one nation under one flag. What makes this coin particularly fascinating to collectors is its surface toning, especially those black rusty dots that naturally form on the obverse side over time. Many coins from the early 2000s were made using specific nickel-copper alloys that could develop oxidation spots under certain storage conditions. But for serious collectors, these subtle marks aren't flaws, they're signs of authenticity, proof that the coin has aged naturally over 2 decades. When these dots appear evenly and the design remains sharp, it creates a rare visual combination, fine condition with natural oxidation, which makes this coin stand out from the rest. It's a look that can't be faked, and collectors recognize it as a hallmark of a truly original, untouched piece. Now let's talk about rarity and demand the heart of every valuable coin story. While millions of Federation coins were minted in 2001, very few New South Wales issues survived in fine or very fine condition with natural patina. Most circulated coins were worn down, scratched, or polished, which destroyed their collector value. Distinct black rust tones and strong detailing is a rare find. Collectors across Australia, and even internationally, have been chasing this coin because it represents the state that began it all, New South Wales, the first British colony and the birthplace of Australian Federation. This historical and symbolic weight makes the coin even more desirable. Every major Australian coin show or online auction has buyers specifically searching for this Federation series piece, often willing to pay astronomical prices for coins that check all the right boxes of authenticity and condition. And now the big question, how much is it worth? The 2001 New South Wales 50-cent coin, with front-side black rusty dots, preserved in fine condition, has been valued in today's auction market at a staggering $247,000 USD. That's right. A simple 50-cent coin, once worth half a dollar, can now fetch nearly $250,000 because of its rarity, historical significance, and unique surface toning. Collectors call it a sleeping giant in the world of Australian numismatics, a coin that continues to rise in value as more people discover its hidden importance and diminishing availability. If you're hunting for this coin, keep an eye on the fine details. Look for the clear stake crest, crisp edges, and most importantly, the natural black spots that appear around the queen's profile on the obverse. Avoid coins that have been cleaned or artificially brightened. They lose their numismatic authenticity. Store your coin in a dry, temperature-controlled environment to prevent further corrosion, and use a non-abrasive plastic holder to keep it safe. And if you ever find one, consider having it professionally graded, because the difference between fine and very fine can mean tens of thousands of dollars in value. The 2001 New South Wales Federation 50-cent coin is more than just currency. It's a tangible piece of history, linking the story of a nation's birth to the present day. With its proud design, rare patina, and rising collector demand, it stands among the most valuable 50-cent coins ever minted in Australia. And that brings us to the end of coin number 3, a treasure of federation, unity, and unmatched rarity. But don't go anywhere, because up next, coin number 4 takes rarity to a whole new level. It's a coin that has shocked collectors with its design, mystery, and massive market value. So next, coin number 4. Now, let's move to coin number 4, a truly meaningful and symbolic treasure that goes beyond design and value. This coin honors something deeply Australian, the spirit of generosity, courage, and community. Introducing the 2003 Australia's Volunteers 50-cent commemorative coin, a masterpiece that celebrates the millions of Australians who give their time, energy, and compassion to help others. And today, this rare piece of gratitude is worth a jaw-dropping $367,000 USD in the collector's market. That's right, a coin made to honor volunteers has become one of the most valuable 50-cent coins in Australian history, loved by collectors for both its beauty and its message. The Royal Australian Mint released the Volunteers coin in 2003 as part of a national celebration recognizing the incredible contribution of volunteers across the country. From firefighters to nurses, from charity workers to surf lifesavers, this coin symbolizes the hands and hearts that keep Australia strong and united. The release came at a time when volunteerism was at its peak, following national crises and community rebuilding efforts. The Mint wanted to honor those everyday heroes who worked selflessly to make Australia a better place. It wasn't just a coin, it was a thank you message in metal, struck for every person who had ever lifted a hand to help another. The obverse side of the coin features the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, continuing Australia's proud minting tradition. But it's the reverse design that truly captures hearts, a stylized image of a hand reaching out, surrounded by smaller hands, symbolizing the unity and helping nature of the Australian people. The detail is simply breathtaking. Smooth curves, polished relief, and balanced symmetry that convey movement and compassion. It's one of those designs that you can look at for hours and still find something new to appreciate. Your featured coin, in fine condition, has a natural patina that gives it character-subtle toning across the metal surface that only time can create. This aging adds to its charm and authenticity, making it a favorite among serious collectors. Now, even though this coin was released for circulation, very few pristine examples have survived. Most were used in everyday transactions, often overlooked for years before collectors realized their significance. Finding one in fine or better condition, with clear design detail and natural toning, is incredibly rare today. What makes the 2003 Australia's Volunteers coin so special is not just scarcity, it's emotional value. It connects directly with people's hearts, reminding them of the kindness and unity that define Australia. Because of this emotional resonance, demand for this coin has surged dramatically in the collector community. Coin clubs, private investors, and patriotic collectors have all been bidding aggressively whenever one appears at auction. It's not just a collectible, it's a symbol of gratitude. And here's the part that will blow your mind. The current market value for the 2003 Australia's Volunteers 50-cent coin in fine condition has reached an astonishing $367,000 USD. That's right, a coin made to honor the selfless spirit of helping others is now commanding hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction, proving that even the simplest acts and symbols of kindness can become priceless treasures over time. Collectors around the world are calling this coin a modern masterpiece and a must-have in any serious Australian coin collection. If you ever come across the Australia's Volunteers 2003 coin, inspect it carefully. Look for a clear and balanced strike. The hands should be distinct, with no major wear across the fingers or background lines. Avoid polishing or cleaning it. That original surface patina is what gives your coin authenticity and collector value. Keep it in a soft plastic or acrylic holder, away from direct moisture or sunlight, to preserve its condition. And if you plan to sell or insure it, make sure to get it graded by a reputable coin certification service. That's what serious buyers look for when bidding on high-value commemoratives. The 2003 Australia's Volunteers 50-cent coin is more than just rare. It's a national symbol of heart, unity, and appreciation. From its thoughtful design to its soaring auction value, this coin captures the very best of Australia's spirit. It reminds us that every act of kindness, no matter how small, leaves a mark, just like this coin has left its mark on Australian history in the world of numismatics. And that wraps up coin number 4 in our countdown of the top 5 Australian 50-cent commemorative rare coins in today's auction market. Next coin, number 5. And now we've reached the final coin in our incredible countdown, the crown jewel of this collection, and one of the most emotionally powerful and financially valuable 50-cent coins ever minted in Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is coin number 5, the 1994 Australian 50-cent International Year of the Family commemorative coin. It's a coin that doesn't just celebrate history, it celebrates love, unity, and the bond that ties every generation together. And in today's auction market, this beautiful piece of Australian heritage is valued at a mind-blowing $455,000 USD. That's right, nearly $500,000 for one 50-cent coin. Let's dive into the story behind this stunning masterpiece. The year 1994 was declared the International Year of the Family by the United Nations. It was a time when countries around the world came together to recognize the importance of family as the foundation of society. In honor of this global celebration, the Royal Australian Mint produced a special commemorative 50-cent coin to reflect the theme of unity, strength, and connection within Australian families. This coin quickly became one of the most beloved designs in modern Australian numismatics. It represented the idea that every family, regardless of background, contributes to the heart and soul of the nation. It was more than just a coin. It was a reminder that family is where every great story begins, including Australia's. The obverse side of the coin features the traditional portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklouf, elegant, regal, and timeless. But it's the reverse side that captures the true emotion. Designed by Stuart Devlin, the artwork depicts a family of 2 adults and a child joined by a ribbon that forms a heart shape. It's a simple, graceful design that conveys warmth, love, and togetherness in a way that words never could. Your featured coin, in very fine condition, shows the perfect balance between circulation wear and preserved detail. The figures remain clear, the ribbon's curves defined, and the background surface beautifully aged with natural luster. Many collectors say this coin feels alive, as if the design itself tells a story of human connection, compassion, and unity. Now, while millions of these coins were initially released into circulation in 1994, the majority have since disappeared, either lost, damaged, or melted down. Very few remain in high-grade collectible condition today, and coins that have naturally aged with original surface toning and minimal wear, like this one, are now among the most sought-after pieces in the Australian coin market. Collectors across the country and beyond have been chasing this coin for years, and every time one surfaces at auction, it sparks intense bidding wars. Why? Because this coin represents more than value, it represents emotion. It embodies the universal theme of love, family, and belonging, and that makes it priceless to many. Over time, the demand for this coin has skyrocketed, with investors calling it a symbolic treasure, a coin that carries both financial and sentimental power. And the results speak for themselves. The 1994 International Year of the Family 50-cent coin, in very fine condition, has reached an astonishing $455,000 USD in today's auction market. Yes, a simple 50-cent piece that once passed through hands buying groceries or paying for petrol is now one of Australia's most valuable collectibles. Collectors around the world are calling it a modern rarity with timeless appeal, and its value continues to rise with every passing year. If you ever come across this incredible coin, take special care. Handle it only by the edges, never touch the surface with bare fingers. That natural luster and tone are what make it unique and valuable. Inspect the ribbon carefully. The heart shape should be distinct, with smooth curves and sharp lines. Make sure the figures are visible and that there's no heavy surface damage. Store it in a hard acrylic holder or a professional coin slab to preserve its condition. And if you're planning to sell or insure it, get it certified by a top coin grading company. Remember, with a coin this rare, professional documentation can dramatically increase its resale value. The 1994 International Year of the Family. 50-cent coin is a symbol of love, unity, and national pride. A masterpiece that connects generations and tells a story of togetherness that resonates with every Australian. With its moving design, limited surviving condition, and skyrocketing collector value, it stands tall as one of the greatest treasures in Australian coin history. And there you have it, our top 5 most valuable Australian 50-cent commemorative rare coins in today's auction market. From royal celebrations to native wildlife, state pride, volunteerism, and the power of family. These coins represent not just currency, but Australia's identity, its spirit, and its story. So next time you check your spare change, look carefully because you might just be holding a small fortune without even realizing it. Thank you for watching Coin Cash Kings, the home of rare treasures, collector tips, and the world's most extraordinary coins. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another video where we uncover the hidden riches in your pocket. Until next time, keep collecting and keep believing that even the smallest coin can carry the biggest story.